And hello, welcome to episode 2. Um, yeah. You guys excited?
Yeah, I'm real.
Yeah.
Yep.
First time being on a podcast.
Yeah,
Mine too.
for the one person that listened to the first one, you might notice there's a couple different voices. That's because we have both of our work we have our brothers on.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm here also.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, the clapping
Yeah.
sound.
There's a soundboard on
You're,
Discord.
you're lame.
It's pretty cool.
No, that was pretty cool.
It will be used intermittently
Okay. Now
throughout
it's
this
just-
episode.
Now that's just sad.
Alright, so this episode 2, we're gonna focus on some school stories because that is something that we all can talk about. But first, I want to talk about we need to give a round of applause to Patrick, aka the future you, because his latest video kind of blew up. Woo! Everyone, give him a round of
Wait.
applause.
How many?
That's
how
not
many views did
mine.
it get?
I think it's at 280 right now.
Yeah, so Patrick,
Oh, that's not that bad.
why don't you go ahead and tell us the story of that?
Oops.
Like what happened?
Yeah, and I got 2 new subscribers throughout that video too.
I'm
That
pretty
video
sure.
brought me 2 new
I
subscribers.
thought you got 3 because you were at 15 before. Now you're at 18.
Oh yeah.
He's
Pretty
not
sure.
the smartest.
So,
Yeah, but no, that video literally just like out of nowhere. It was at, like I posted it and then it got to like 90 something, and then it just went from like 90 something and all the way up to like 200 and something, like 280. I think it's there right now. It just kept going and going. Like every time I refresh my page, it's just like up 2, 3 more, and now it's at like 5 likes right now.
hell yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm also trying to like get into YouTube and start making videos.
That's awesome.
The TikTok, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, your TikToks are pretty bad.
You've seen them?
Yes, I have.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, because you
It's-
tried to hide
It's
them, but-
literally just a shit post. Huh?
Uh-huh.
No, what'd you say?
What do you mean?
I didn't hear you.
Oh my god. Don't even worry. This is all gonna be cut out. Don't. Alright.
What? No.
And leave the.
Also, real quick, Connor, I have a question. Your Discord name is Mr. DND. Do you know what that means?
I do.
What do you think it means?
Do not disturb.
Oh. Okay, because I know it is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's lame.
It's in your name, so.
I mean, D&D is like do not disturb. I mean, I guess you could say Dungeons and Dragons, but
Well, that's a
You're
real
not
thing.
Mr. Dungeons and Dragons, though.
Yeah, it's a very popular tabletop role playing game called Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons.
Well, I might change it.
I mean,
I mean-
it's not as bad as Jonah's. His is like just trash garbage. But, you know.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what he's.
that was my old Twitch username.
I don't know what he's on about.
He was on the Zaza.
All right, I need to mute up real quick. I need you guys to carry the podcast for a second. I need to make Teddy stop barking.
All right. Yeah.
Topic-
how,
The topic for today was
Um,
supposed to be like school stories.
about
so,
school, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just hop in with a quick little story, and I did this on an old podcast, and it got brought up again. So like I was in, I'd say 3rd grade, and there was a janitor in the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, and I'm out washing my hands. and you know that thing you push and the napkins come out? Like, I'm pushing it, and a full potato rolls out and lands in my hand.
No way, dude.
On God. A kid must have, like, I think a kid went in there and, like, set it in there while the janitor was working on it. And I'm pushing. I feel something hit my hand. I'm like, what? And it's like a damn
That's a
full
goddamn potato,
full potato.
dude. You know, you said janitor. That reminded me of one time in gym. I was kicking a fucking volleyball around with my friends, and this janitor was folding up fucking tables in the back, and it went. I kicked it, and it went like 4 feet past him, or not past him, like it passed him, but it was like 4 feet next to him or away from him. And he turned to me and he was like, "If that fucking ball hits me, we're gonna have some problems." And I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You're a fucking asshole." Because I don't know. I don't think he should have been like yelling at someone like that. That was like a full-on threat.
Yo.
Yeah. I've never really had, like, I don't know. I know you're not supposed to be cool with janitors in school, but I've
Alright, I'm
hated,
back.
like, every janitor. Yeah, we kind of jumped into the school stories.
No, yeah, I was listening. I heard
Uh,
about the bathroom potato.
like art. Did you guys ever like art class?
Fuck no.
Yes, we had the greatest. I had the greatest
Hold on.
pottery teacher ever.
Okay, well that's different. Lucas, when you were in elementary school, what was your art teacher?
Um.
Was it Mrs. Huber?
Yes.
She was a fucking bitch, dude.
She was awful.
Mm-hmm.
She sucked.
I
But
know.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my art teacher. It was that I was just gonna add on to like the awful art teachers
Yeah.
because she was
Right.
terrible.
Once we got into like middle school, high school, the art pottery teacher, she was cool.
Yeah, Mrs. Etheridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have one thing to complain about her. She sent me to the office for tossing a notebook onto a desk that I was walking to.
Yeah, I know my art teacher. It was just like it feels like everything you did, had to have she had to yap about it. Like I was asking for directions and she's like, "Come on, this isn't a rocket science." Like, what do you expect me to paint the freaking Mona Lisa without directions?
I mean, oop, you ain't painting the fucking Mona Lisa.
Whoa, there. I was using that as an example.
I hated art. I had an art teacher in middle school, I think it was. When if you would break one of her pencils, she would cry.
She would cry. Yeah, I remember you
like
saying that before,
yeah.
dude.
And literally all I did in her
That's
art
fucking
class
crazy.
was just every day me and my friends would just draw like penises on the desk. And we would draw like this huge one and every day we would just add on to it.
Me and my friends, or one of my friends in biology, we would put like, so at our table there was this a big piece of like gum wrappers that people like put onto it. You know how they do that and shit.
Yeah.
And he would bring gum, and we would just add on to it.
Bruh.
Then some bitch that everybody hates, she like peeled it off, like almost all of it. We restarted and eventually finished the whole table, or the whole side of the table.
Now that's an accomplishment.
What are you talking?
Oh God.
I just got back. I had to let Teddy in my room. What are you talking about? Gum and table? Did you put gum all across the table?
Not across the table.
But underneath it?
No, on the side of it.
What the? You are. That's messed up, dude.
Like, we had
You're
a
cutting
thing
out.
where, like, I had a table where like all the kids sat that were like being bad, so they would put all of them there to like finish their work at the end of the day, pretty much that they didn't finish. Now I went there only one time, and I'm like, this can't be too bad. And my knee hit under the table, and it felt like weird. I look under the table, bro. There is like a collection of just chewed up gum. I'm like, dog,
Ugh.
what? So I'm like, I asked my teacher, I'm like, yo, could you clean that? He's like, that's not my job. I'm like, bruh.
Bro, it's
I
in
hated
your classroom.
I hated that teacher though because like, so when I started school, I was one of those kids who like cried, and that never really left me up until third grade. So let's just say kindergarten through first through second, I would cry to go home because I missed my parents. So
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much had a counselor, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'd check in with her throughout the day just to like let her know I'm fine, and if I wasn't, she would help out. And so about halfway through the school year, I got over that, but I still had the counselor. So I'd
Yeah.
use that as an excuse, bro. I'd be like, yo, can I leave the classroom? A hard test will be coming up. Yo, I gotta leave the classroom. I'll go check in with the counselor. Oh, okay. I went in there until we had to like leave school.
Bruh.
You finessed them, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate the way you guys talk so much.
Did I
Hey,
do?
Yeah. Bro, you finessed them. Shut up.
okay, you're lame.
I'm not lame. I just talk like a normal person.
Let me
Yeah,
get
I talk like a normal person too.
I would use my credit card.
What?
What?
maintenance. I will use my credit card. What? Pull it again.
Say that. No, say that again. What did you say?
Something about a credit card.
I will use my credit card.
Wait, I think he was Patrick. Elaborate.
Nah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, whatever. Um. So, to get back on topic, I have something that I think everyone here can probably relate to, and that's when you're in school. Usually there is people that will make teachers cry. Um, I've seen
Um.
that a couple times. I think we all have had some experiences with that. Uh, there was this one
Yeah.
teacher that she had, it was a junior high teacher, and I don't really want to give out
I
too
think I
many
know who you're
names.
talking about.
Yeah, I don't really want to give out too many names, but she had a strike system in the classroom where like
Mm-hmm.
if you did something bad, she'd give you a strike and you go write the name on the board. And it's like 3 strikes is. Do you remember what it was, Jonah? Because like at a certain point you got.
I don't know. It was either no. If you got 3 strikes, you'd be sent to the office. I remember because this one kid in my class always got sent to the office.
It was, I don't know, it was something like 3 strikes, like you would get sent to the office. 6 strikes, you get like a detention or something. I don't know. It was stupid, but so obviously kids would see that and they would uh they would try to get strikes. And
Yeah, they would see how fast they could get 3 strikes.
yeah, and just the class that was above me, just so many stories of them just making her cry and like leave the room. It's like it's not really funny. Like it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is sad and it's fucked up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
at
I
the same
remember
But
that because
me personally, I've never been like the class that I did have with her. None of my classmates made her cry. They just like got her frustrated. But this one guy in particular, I'm not going to give out any names, but he would always like flip his desk up and say he was doing wheelies, and he would always like wear his shirt like weird, like flip it backwards. Or I just muted myself. Did I?
no.
nah.
Okay. But yeah, he would just do shit to really like get her mad.
Yeah. I mean, uh, there was definitely a few kids in my class that made her cry. I experienced that firsthand. That was not fun. I also had in I think it was like ninth grade, we had an English teacher, and people just would not stop talking, and she just walked out of the room for like 5 minutes, and we were all really confused.
Yeah, I remember when I was in second grade, I had a guy teacher, which in my opinion, I hate guy teachers. I like prefer a girl, but um, one day all my friends they were talking about like a test, and they all wouldn't stop talking, and he said stop, 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 whatever. So he screamed stop, and he left the classroom, and he like slammed the door, and we were all like, bro, what just happened? And then he came back like probably I'd say 5 to 10 minutes later, and he was like pretty much got it back together and whatnot. But he was like, you guys were all like really bad. Like he was frustrated, bro. And I've never seen a teacher get like that besides him.
Yeah, I've
Patrick,
had one of my.
no, go ahead.
What were you saying, Luke?
Nope,
You
go
go. Okay. One time I had one of my English teachers like get really mad at the whole class and start screaming, and that one of my friends in the same class, he told me that he actually got scared.
Patrick,
I get scared.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been kind of quiet. And I feel like you have a ton of stories, cause like where you went to school.
I mean, where do I start?
Not to like
I
not to like put
remember.
you on the spot or anything.
No, I remember. This was in
I
gym
mean, you kind
class.
of are.
We had like swimming or whatever, and there was like a deep end, and then there was like another pool that was like, I think only like 5 or 6 feet or something. And I remember I fake drowned in the deep end just so I could go in the other end, because there wasn't like the teacher that we had would like watch like the deep end and like yell at you if you do certain things. So I just fake drowned, and I had him throw like he literally had to like jump in to save me because I wanted to go on the other end just so I could have fun.
that's,
I caused
Dude,
like a whole scene.
that's really funny.
That's good.
I would never do that, dude. I mean, granted, our school doesn't have a pool, but it used to. They took it out because it was like a quarter inch off of like length or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like the smallest measurement ever off of like what it had to be. Or at least that's what the rumor was. And then so they took it
Yeah.
out and they turned it into a band and choir room.
Yeah, we had a pool in middle school. We even have a pool in the high school now. They just recently added it. But yeah, I did not want to be in that deep end because there was like so many rules you couldn't do and it was just boring. And like the shallow side was like so much more fun and you could just do whatever. So I literally like fake drowned and you had to throw like some like life thingy to like save me and I grabbed onto it and he pulled me in. I was like, oh my god.
I never like I don't know. I never had any problems with my teachers. It's not like I ever had like a scene that happened at school. I was normally like a good kid. Other
Did
than that, there was a one time where like I was me and my friends, we would always race at lunch to see who would throw their plate or the tray away faster. And one day he threw his tray away, and so did I. But we were both going to the bathroom, so I'm like, all right, he beat me by throwing the tray away. I'm running this guy down. So he's like, I gotta grab my water from the classroom. I'm gonna refill it. Now, we saw the class coming in though, because I guess the lunch had just been dismissed or something. I don't really remember, but so he's running in, and I got in front of him, and he's like, no, that's my bottle. I pulled a chair out, and he fell over the chair and hit an air conditioner and like broke it. It was insane. He ran full speed, tripped over a chair, and like broke down an air conditioner.
What the heck?
Did did like how bad did he break it? Was it like fucked up or? What?
Yeah, I'm not fat shaming, but he was on the heavy side, and so when I
I
ran, he kind of he like it was a thing I'd say about like a foot or two wide, and it went
Mhm.
across like the window, and it brought up air, and he fell on it, and it like caved in,
God dang.
broke the whole
Oh.
thing.
Did he get in trouble?
I did not get in trouble. I beat the case.
No, did he get in trouble?
Oh, yeah, he got in pretty big trouble.
Damn.
I never liked him or this kid Alex. They were just both crybabies and snitches.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Oh,
Patrick and
fuck.
Connor, did you guys ever like uh go to like a different school during the same year?
Um, I don't think I did.
I was in, I think, 2 or 3 different uh kindergartens.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really remember why, to be honest, but I was in like one kindergarten. Like I literally switched like between like 2 or 3 different kindergartens, but then I was in the same middle school and then I was in the same high school.
Our experience is a little bit different because at, I had a
Our
little bit of
school
a
was like
different.
one school.
Yeah, we went to a K through. It's actually a pre-K through 12 now, so we stayed in the same building for the whole time, except for me. I did the second half of kindergarten and the first half of first grade at a different school. And that school was so weird. And they, like, there was, in kindergarten, the gym teacher was like this cool lady. She was like really fun and just wanted to have like fun experiences, but also like wanted kids to be healthy. But she was cool. And then when I was in first grade, she left, and there is this. He was like super young. I remember he wore this really big gold chain, and he did not do anything. Like he did not care. I remember for 1 week in there, he brought in a Wii Fit, and we just took turns on the Wii Fit for an entire week.
I remember my friend brought his phone in class one time, and then he got it taken away and like started crying.
I remember in kindergarten we used to have show and tell and stuff, and like just we would like tell stuff and everything, like tell
Yeah.
stories and stuff. And I would always make up lies. I would make up we have this big old yard, and I had all these dirt bikes and 4 wheelers, and I would ride them around. And I had nothing. I know I have 4 wheelers and stuff now, but like I that was like when I was in kindergarten. I didn't have a dirt bike to my name, a 4 wheeler, and I would just brag and say all this stuff about I have dirt bikes, go karts, 4 wheelers. And I was like the cool kid, and I was like I
Oh my
really don't have
god.
any of that.
I would always get like so when I was in like fourth grade, everyone was bringing in like tech decks and fidget spinners and shit, and they would trade them around. And I would be so jealous because I didn't have any of it. And this one kid, he got in trouble for selling tech decks to other kids for like 25 cents.
Bro
What the heck?
was the school drug dealer.
Oh
Bro, that
god.
reminded me, people used to do that, but with like sports cards, and I was always like jealous. So I brought in a big, like giant stack of sports cards, and I was just carrying them in my hand, and I was on the bus. And right when we got to school, we stopped. I dropped every single card, and it flew to the back of the bus. I was like, "What the heck?" Like, oh my god, I was so embarrassed. Oh my, that was in
I
like
thought that was gonna
middle.
go like
That was in like elementary school, I think.
I thought that story was gonna end like they all flew up in the air like a Chuck E. Cheese ticket thing, and everyone started like reaching for him.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's
that
When
would not
when was
happen.
like your guys' like craziest like experiences, like middle school, like high school, elementary school?
Um,
Um, I think there was a person that actually broke into the school when I was in like kindergarten or something. It was
Oh
like
yeah,
after school though, because I remember we were on the bus or something and we pulled into someone's driveway for a little bit.
yeah, that was crazy. I don't. I think you might be misremembering because I remember it was a lockdown and it was like right at the end of the day, and it was like for a really long time, and it's because yeah, someone came into the school. Like,
Oh, I do
Um,
remember that one, I think.
yeah. There
what
was
about
also
like? Never mind. Say what you're gonna say.
no, I was gonna say there was also a time where uh the playground was like off limits for
Oh
three
yeah, cause
days
yeah.
because they found a knife, like someone buried a pocket knife in the mulch.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. In sixth grade, I'm not gonna say who she was. I'm not gonna say her name or anything, but this one girl, she actually brought a knife to school and threatened to stab another student.
Damn. I remember one time it was in high school, and this one kid, he was a really bad student, like always in trouble. I guess he was like throwing desks and everything, and like just being like obnoxious. And they sent him to the principal's office, and he literally threatened the principal that he's gonna shoot up the school. So like the whole school went on lockdown and everything. And me, being who I am, I was running late to class like always, and they locked up every classroom. I went and knocked on the door. Like I went to my class and knocked on the door. Nobody answered. So I'm like, okay, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I just walked around school, and then some like I think the librarian like called me. Like, what are you doing out here? Like someone's gonna shoot up the school. So they grabbed me and locked me in like a closet in the freaking like in the library. I was like,
What about like school fights? You guys got any interesting stories?
Oh my god, I have an
Um,
embarrassing story.
okay.
There was this one kid, and I really did not like him. I still don't. He was an asshole. I'll just say it. He was cocky and he was just arrogant, and I did not like him. And I was I was walking down the hall and I saw him, and I walked up next to him, and I tried to hit him. Like I swung, and I like just barely like tapped him on his cheek, and then he's like, "What are you doing?" And I like pushed him. I was like, "Come on, let's fight." And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna fight you." And then he just walked away. I was like super embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
I feel the secondhand embarrassment from that.
Yeah, I
mm,
hate it.
yeah.
I hate thinking about that. That was the worst day ever. Because then after that, we had mutual friends, and he just started telling everybody about it, and it was awful.
Dang. Speaking of embarrassing stories, there was one time in fourth grade, it was like at the end of the day, the teacher like took us out for like a bathroom break, and we all went. I was always embarrassed to like use the bathroom because like everybody would always like just randomly open up the door and like just like whatever, like how little kids are. So I wouldn't use it. And then we went back to class, and me like because I didn't use it, I had to go. So I went up to the teacher like, "Can I use the bathroom?" He's like, "You just went." No, I ended up peeing myself like a lot, like all
Oh
down my jeans, all
no.
over. There's a whole puddle on the
Oh,
on the chair. And then at the end of the class, we had to put our chairs on the desk, and I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" So I like put a wet chair on the desk, and then I had to ride home on the bus in wet pants.
Oh
And then
no.
it was
dude.
the worst, bro. I hated it. Luckily,
I'm
nobody knew, but like, oh
not
my
even
god.
comfortable saying this to be honest. I never told anybody this, but so this is like a fight and an embarrassing thing, so it goes hand in hand. But so we were going out for a recess, like an end of the day recess break, and I'm like, all right, I gotta use the bathroom. But on my way to the bathroom, this kid shoved me out the way, so I'm like, all right, whatever. And I guess he ended up like peeing all over himself, and he's like, bro, do not tell anybody I did this. And I'm like, all right, you wanna shove me? I'm definitely gonna tell someone. I didn't say that, but so we're out on recess break, and I see him trip and fall, and I'm like, guys, look, he peed himself. And then he's like, what? No, I didn't. So the whole class is clowning him, and he walks up to me and like pushes me. And dude, I'm like sitting back laughing. And then my friend, he was like, "Don't push him," like standing up for me. And then those two started fist fighting, and I'm sorry, but it was the most like cartoon fight. They were like slapping each other, and like it was just embarrassing.
I remember one
One
time
time.
in elementary school, I didn't like this kid for like it was my friend's like older brother. He was in like 5th grade or something, and I was like a couple grades below him, like 4th or 3rd or something. And I was like, I just didn't like him for some reason. He was like a bigger, like just a bully. He was always like on the heavier side, and he was like a bully. And I was like, I got on the bus after school, and I was calling his mom a crackhead and like making fun of his mom. And I guess he didn't like it. So he came up, sat next to me, and right before he got off the bus, he just started wailing on me, like punching me in the arm so bad, and I just sat there getting beat up, and I was like crying like crazy. The bus driver didn't even know. I got off. My mom was at the bus stop. I ran to her crying, and then I ended up getting kicked off the bus, and so did he. And we got in trouble, and we went to the principal's office, and he was in the principal's office like crying, and I was just sitting there like, okay. I was pretty embarrassed about that. That was
Lunch lady.
oh, the lunch lady. Oh yeah. Um, there was well, it wasn't a lunch lady. We were. It was like when in middle school there was like when you there was like two lunches, A and B, A lunch and B lunch, and then so I was at B lunch and there was this one old lady. I'm not gonna say names or nothing, but she was like a I want to call her a lunch lady. She was like more like a staff, like just going around and like make sure everybody's doing okay. And everybody would always like mess with her and like cuss at her and like just say bad
Oh
things.
my
And
god.
me, I want to fit in, so I'm like, you know, I start cussing and saying stuff. I told her maybe I might have said like fuck off or something, and she instantly goes and tells on me, and then I get suspended. And I got home and my mom and dad were like yelling at me like it was the worst.
Yeah, I hate
Just
to
me
say
trying to
it.
fit in.
I hate to say it, but that sounds a little bit
You
deserved.
you deserve that. Yeah.
Like,
No, because it was
That's what
literally
you get
like
for
everybody, like every student would always cuss, and she would cuss back at us. Like we would just all joke around. And me, I'm
it
like, okay, I'm
does
gonna do it. The
it
first
does
time I do
not
it, she
sound
tells
like
on me.
she was joking around.
The first time I do it, she tells on me, and then I get in big trouble by my parents. And then like weeks down the road, we go to this convention at my school, and my mom sees her. And my mom's so embarrassed, and I'm like, oh my god.
This
The principal was screaming at the top of the lungs, like at the top of his lungs, like, "Why would you do that? Why would you say that?" And I'm just like in my head, I'm like, "Well, everybody else did it."
this poor woman making minimum wage trying to feed a bunch of bratty kids just getting absolutely screamed at. Yeah, she's going to tell on somebody.
Yeah, I didn't. The thing is, I didn't even. The funny thing is that I just remember, I didn't even tell her like fuck off. I was saying someone else told you to fuck off, and she goes and tells and says that I said that, and I'm like, what?
Our lunch ladies were cool. I don't
that's
know about you.
yeah. Oh yeah, they are pretty cool.
No, I hated our lunch ladies. They if you threw away one crumb of food, they would like yell at you like, "You're supposed to eat that." I'm like, bruh. And you couldn't buy
Oh,
your friends like snacks or nothing. Like it was bad.
some people at our school don't even eat. They just buy lunch and eat like two things and then throw the rest away.
Yeah, that was in middle school. If you were throwing away a crumb of food, they would like yell at you, and you couldn't even like if you wanted to go like buy a cookie for your friend or something, they'd like yell at you and say you can't do that. And I'm like, bruh, like what?
And why don't you just say you're buying a cookie for yourself and then go give it to your friend?
I don't know. They kind of like just like knew. And if they like seen you like giving a cookie away, they'd like come and like, "You're supposed to da da." Da." I'm like, bruh.
Now, I'm thinking
No, I
back on
think
it.
middle school was the worst for me. I hated that. That's when I got into most trouble.
I was thinking back to what you said, Patrick. Like, what was the craziest time? Like, middle school, high school. I think that, like, any time in the lunchroom was definitely where the craziest stuff happened. Like in I was in like my junior or senior year, and everyone started throwing carrots at each other, and some teachers came down and they were pissed. They made everyone clean them up. You remember that, Jonah? Were you there?
I think
It
I
was
don't remember, but just recently, people started throwing shit again, like across the whole lunchroom,
yeah.
and
That just happens
the
always.
one of the one of the staff had to come and yell, or he like stood up on the table and like whistled really loud and just told everybody to stop throwing stuff. And the thing is, he was like, okay, if you were throwing stuff, stand up right now. And then the people that were standing up, because there's a lot of people that actually stand up in the corners at lunch and shit, they sat down and nobody stood up. And like, what a really, like, you're such a child, dude. Like, own up.
I'm so glad I'm done with high school and I'm out of there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You losers still gotta do that. Jonah, you're what, a junior?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, school was just, and me not being the smartest either or the most intelligent. School was a struggle. ADHD, ADD. It was. I was struggling. I think I had one A on my report card, and that was gym.
The
If they
whole
graded you in lunch, I'd probably have an F in lunch too, because I always ditched lunch.
man,
I would
it's
never dish lunch because I fucking love eating. I've been eating a lot actually recently. And the
Yeah, I
weird
used
thing is
to.
I honestly kind of like look forward to eating.
I'm so fat at this point. I just love any food.
I used to eat,
I
but
mean,
then I
you're
would
not,
like, instantly leave.
Connor, you're not fat, you just have extra fat. Like fat would be considered obese, or not really obese, but just overweight.
yeah,
But you have,
all three of you are scrawny little motherfuckers, alright? I I
okay, no,
hate being
Lucas,
next to you guys because I seem like the fattest person ever.
Nah, you're
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 not
you're
fat,
normal.
your
No, man, yeah,
proportions
you're
are
normal.
actually
You're normal.
pretty good. No, your proportions are actually pretty good. You could essentially shred your muscle. Like you could, if you start working out and actually like
I
putting
hate
in the work, you
I hate
could
when you talk about
build
working
really
out
good. Why?
because just you could shred, bro. I don't know. I hate I don't know. I hate a lot of stuff. I hate kind of like broy like
Well,
culture
you're,
and like talking. I hate the way
it's not,
kids talk
dude,
now.
it's, no, hold on. It's not broy culture. That is literally what it's called. It's you're shredding. It's bulking and shredding. Bulking is just eating a bunch of not necessarily shit. You're eating foods and doing stuff to make your to get higher body mass. You're essentially gaining weight and then working out to lose all that weight and become like
Well, you're not trying to lose the weight. You're just trying to make that into muscle.
you're not trying to not yeah, you understand.
Yeah. But saying shredding is just it makes me want to like it
That's
feels
what it's
gross.
called though.
Yeah, it's also just called working out.
Mm, I mean, yeah, but that's the term for it
Oh my
because
god.
there's different types of working out. Like if you say,
I
"Oh, I'm
didn't.
gonna go out and then go for a bike ride," that's different than, "Oh, I'm gonna go work out and then doing a fucking 400-pound deadlift."
We went from school stories to working out.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't. We don't need to like it. We don't need to
that's what
stick to it.
podcasts do. They branch out in different topics and shit.
Yeah, I want it to feel organic. You know, I don't want it to just stick onto one topic. Which, speaking of, we're gonna
Yeah.
switch to a whole new topic.
Okay.
um, so I kind of wanted to just talk about it real quick, seeing as we're kind of we're trailing off to the end of this episode. This train wreck of an episode. Uh, to make an announcement that I am gonna start streaming. Yay! Let's get that. Let's get
Hey,
that.
play the clap. Play. Yay!
Yeah. Let's play it again. Shit, that was the wrong one. But yeah, I'm gonna start streaming. uh,
Fucking duck.
I don't know how much. But my plan is to just stream, and then try and cut those down into YouTube videos, and then also make YouTube videos just because it seems fun. Because I don't know, Patrick kind of inspired me. He seems like he's having a lot of fun, and I got a little bit of free time right now, so might as well do something
He
with it.
inspired me
I
too.
would. I would stream if I had a better setup right now. I'm playing on a PS4 with my TV mounted in the corner of my room. So
Yeah,
every time I'm playing, I have to look up.
I actually just bought an Ethernet cable today that I'm gonna hook up and then stream right after, so it'll go better.
He would not stop talking about this in the store when we were walking out when he had it. Even while we were in the store, when we were walking around, he was like, dude, I got 75 feet of
Bro,
Ethernet cable.
It's 75 feet of Ethernet cable. It's so awesome.
I don't think you needed that much. Your
And it
room
was-
is literally right below. No,
it
your
was-
room is right below the internet router.
It was so cheap too. It was like $20.
Yeah, but
Dang.
why do you need 75 feet of it? Our house is only 60 feet long.
Bro, you never know.
I
You're
don't know.
nuts.
I mean, I guess it's better to have more than not enough.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then, dude, cable management. What are you gonna do with all that extra cable? Where's it gonna go?
I'm gonna run it through the basement, like my ceiling of my room. I'll just leave it up there.
And you got all that cable for mice to chew on
Oh my god.
if mice ever get in the basement.
Okay, Jonah, quickly, make a joke. Go.
Um,
Give us your best.
My name
I don't have any jokes.
and I like to rap.
That's not a joke, bro.
Alright, fine. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So I want everyone to walk to the nearest mirror.
Oh,
And I want you
okay.
to look for 5 seconds. Come back.
Okay, we've come back. Now what?
That was my joke.
Bro, y'all are lame.
Yeah, that's
So funny.
Yep,
so
that
funny.
that sound sums it up.
Bro.
Alright, bruh.
Wait, speaking
Alright.
of you streaming, you're gonna be on Twitch, like primarily, right? Like streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, I'll probably stream on Twitch. My thing is just my name. It's Lucas Goodwin 5. If anyone's listening. So just yeah, go. You can find me there. You can find Patrick on YouTube right now. YouTube streaming The Future You.
And you can find me at Bombzy, so BOMBZY _ DND31.
You gotta take the
you
D&D
wanna
out, man.
follow-
People are gonna think you're Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I just changed it. I can't change it for another 30 days, bro.
If you wanna follow my TikTok, it's Jonah
Ain't nobody
_
doing it.
Goodwin. Shut up. It's Jonah _ Goodwin with the O's and Goodwin being zeros.
All right, well, I'll make sure to put those in the links for the YouTube video. We're kind of near the end, Patrick, you got anything else to say, being the co-host?
Um, I mean, I guess I could say if you want to check out any of what I do at all, which you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to check me out, I do YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. If you go to my YouTube, which he just said, the Future U22, I have all my links in there. I even have the link to the podcast if you ever want it. And yeah, you can
Uh,
check out anything I do. I stream, I make videos, and just post content for fun.
I did make sure on the first one to put all the links to your stuff in it. Also, speaking of the first one, editing that was just ridiculous because I tried to export it 3 times and it failed 3 times in a row because I didn't realize that I put the stupid. I didn't want it to the video aspect just to be a screen recording, so I tried to put this like replaying video, but the video was corrupted, so it just kept failing trying to export. So I was freaking out because I thought the audio was messed up. Turns out it was just that stupid video, so I just took it out and exported it, and it also like it was taking about an hour to export it the first 3 times. I did just the screen recording and the audio. It took 8 minutes,
Dang.
and then I just
Also,
uploaded it.
to wrap up, well, that is pretty much like my ending speech. So, are we all squatting up on Fortnite?
uh, I probably won't. I gotta hook up my Ethernet cable, and then I'm gonna stream Melee, Super Smash Brothers Melee. I would
I'll play
stream
Fortnite.
I would stream Fortnite, but I don't have a capture card for my PS5, and I also can't play it on PC because it is awful trying to play Fortnite on PC.
So are
What?
you gonna
Wait,
do
don't you
like
have an Xbox controller to plug in?
No, not like physically playing it, but because Epic Games
Oh,
decided to make Fortnite really taxing on computers, I have to turn all my stuff, like graphic settings, down so I can play it without lagging like crazy.
well, maybe your Ethernet cable will help that.
Well, I also don't have it installed right now, so
Okay, but I was just saying maybe your Ethernet cable would help.
who knows? What were you gonna say, Patrick?
Oh, I was gonna ask, are you gonna do like, what are you gonna like stream? Like, are you gonna do like just like
So
Smash Bros,
no,
or are you gonna be
my
like variety?
I want to do a variety of different things. I have some ideas. I was gonna talk to you after the podcast, but I might as well just say them now. I want to do a couple series. I want to do Melee Monday, because Super Smash Bros. Melee is an old game for the GameCube, but it has a very alive competitive scene, and it's something that I've been into for a while. And it has an online net play, called Slippy. It has a ranked thing, and I'm really bad. So I want to just stream Melee Monday every Monday. I just stream a couple hours. Right now, just trying to get to gold. And then cut those down into videos, and then I'll stream some chess because I like playing chess. I'll do just play other game. Oh, I have this idea where I want to try and I have Elden Ring, but I've never like fully played it because I've been like scared because it's a very hard game. So I want to just stream me actually trying to beat Elden Ring. And then a couple other like maybe I'll do like a Fortnite Friday, thing with you, and like I want to do a thing where like I explain computer science and cybersecurity concepts, but like explain them badly because like that's something that I'm interested in. Just a variety of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't be
I
bad.
I want to start streaming, but I'm not really like I know this doesn't really matter, but I'm not like good at any kind of game, and like I said earlier, I don't have like the ideal setup. But that's also something that I've thought about doing. Like maybe I can just deal with the setup I have, and maybe that could be like my trademark, like
Yeah,
an
that would be
odd
cool.
setup.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like honestly, like if we all started like streaming and stuff, and like I mean, if you want to post videos, it's optional. But like we all like started doing our own little thing, that would be cool as hell.
Yeah. Well, um, we are at 50 minutes right now, so I think that's a good spot to end it. Um, thank you for listening. If you did, uh, like I said, we'll have all the links to everybody's endeavors in the YouTube. It's gonna be in the description. Spotify probably also in the description. So yeah, that's about it.